Rita for that kind introduction, and thanks all of you for the warm welcome. Distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, good afternoon. I'd like to start by congratulating our host today, Inselair Aruba, with this flight for introducing for the first time in the Dutch Caribbean the Fokker 70 aircraft. Mr. Neuboer and your staff, let me say that in times of great change, it takes individuals with vision and commitment to chart a course forward, and you all with Inselair Aruba are shaping the future of not only Aruba, but all who want to do business with this beautiful island. Inselair is making a contribution to the Dutch Caribbean that will endure because you're carrying on the pioneering spirit of innovation that has fueled this industry for over a century. Congratulations to you all. In 1914, two cities were connected with each other, and this was an even greater event than the landing on the moon. For the first time, we connected two cities by air. And look, today in 2014, cities or even more are being connected, and it's growing every day. 40,000 at this moment. Aruba will now be connected even more with different new destinations, bringing more tourists to this island. I'm grateful to the Minister of Traffic and Communication, Tourism and Economic Affairs of Aruba, Mr. Otmar Odeberg, and I salute him for his efforts to work side by side with Inselair Aruba and the Civil Aviation of Aruba to help pave the way for the future of air traffic management in Aruba, and especially for Inselair in total. This work is instrumental in creating the atmosphere for airlines to prosper and making it possible for Inselair to deliver on the promise to make sure that Aruba will be part of the globally harmonized aviation system. We are proud to partner with you and with CAA on this important task. I am excited to be here today because I believe that Inselair, that has invested in 5 aircraft jets for flights out of Aruba, has shown that it has all trust in this government and of this country, especially when we experience the way in togetherness this company was built from scratch. Today we can look back and say that Inselair Aruba has conquered the hearts of the people in the region, because having started flying less than 1 year ago, today we see full airplanes landing in Aruba from 2 cities in Venezuela, Caracas and Valencia, from Georgetown, Guyana, from Miami, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, its fame has reached up to Suriname, where passengers have chosen to at least take the sister company of Inselair Aruba to reach Aruba with also fully loaded planes, until Inselair Aruba will rightfully take over in a few weeks. We see an increase in business travelers, and the perspectives are great. With future destinations as Quito in Peru, Bucaramanga, Medellín, Cúcuta in Colombia, Manaus, Portobello, and Brasilia in Brazil, some of them starting next December 2014, and with the possibilities of cooperating with airlines in the region, the future will show steady growth and successful entrepreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, flying brings us closer together, connects the world, and makes our modern lives possible. History has shown us that after 100 years of air transport, not even the sky is the limit anymore. Speaking of history, you all may know, as I stated before, that this year is a centennial, the 100th anniversary of aviation, and only 8 years of existence of Inselair. And still, we at Inselair like to repeat the words of Alan Lockheed, who was a true visionary and a giant of aviation's earliest days. More than a century ago, he made an astoundingly bold prediction. He said, "I expect to see the time when aviation will be the safest means of transport at 40 or 50 miles per hour, 40 or 50 miles per hour, and the cheapest. And I'm not going to have long white whiskers when that happens. The airplane will take over both land and water travel. Flying has no barriers." Now keep in mind, when Alan Lockheed made this prediction, powered flight was barely 7 years old. Aviation wasn't even an industry. It was a spectacle, and a dangerous one at that. Flying was a domain of barnstormers and risk-takers, kind of an original extreme sport. Even at the earliest light of the dawn of this new industry, Alan Lockheed saw the unlimited promise of air travel. And yet even this aviation pioneer could not comprehend the pace at which the industry would develop. When he passed away in 1969, jets were flying through the skies a bit faster than 50 miles per hour. He was off by an order of magnitude. We can forgive him for that, though, because everything else about Alan Lockheed's prediction proved remarkably true. There have been virtually no barriers to the exponential growth of air travel. Last year, the numbers of passengers flying into, out of, and within the United States number more than 800 million. And ladies and gentlemen, within 8 years of existence, Inselair, Aruba and Inselair Curaçao together will pass a total of 1.4 million passengers this year. Let's take a moment to recognize the outstanding job our colleagues do, both here and in Aruba. They are a true testament to talent, skill and expertise of our traffic community. We are lucky to have them. Now the aviation industry relies on all factors in this difficult field. From handlers, workers, immigration, customs, taxes, and you name it. Also, we are very much dependable on governments for regulations and inspections, and of course, airports. We at Inselair have had our share of bad luck with some of these actors, and we have always thought that we were right in our anger and frustration. We were confident that we were not always understood. The airline business is complex, and it is unless you have put your own money into an endeavor and you see that every day you wake up in the same playing field, they have made life more expensive, more difficult, and not happy at all for you, that you realize after having tried for 8 years that you could either stop trying and succumb to the pressure and to what we see as an unfair treatment, or pack yourself and confront what is bothering us. Confrontation can also be positive, and that is what I want to bring forward. Here we stand. We have proven that we know the business, and we have put airlines both in Curaçao and in Aruba that are bigger than any other airline that have existed, income-wise, aircraft-wise, employee-wise, management-wise. We have a turnover per year of nearly 300 million euros, and our input into the economy of our countries is enormous. We invest in our youth by giving them a job security together with the Stichting Studiefinanciering. When they finish their study for pilot or mechanic abroad, we invest heavily in the social deficit of our island. This year we will have spent about 1.5 million with our community fund. We are together responsible for the well-being of more or less 500 employees and more than 4,000 indirect jobs. So let us never make the mistake that local airlines are not important, because they are the bread and butter of those people I just mentioned. Inselair has become the third biggest airline in the Caribbean, after Copa Airlines and Caribbean Airlines. Inselair has 19 airplanes at the moment. It will not take long for us to become second in the Caribbean. Again, here we stand, and we stretch out our hands for those who we depend on. For those who depend on us, but do not know it yet. Reach and grab our hand, and let's sit and talk about the future of our mutual interest. These interests are our mutual employees, all who depend on us, our companies, our people, our countries. We are ready to go this difficult but necessary road. Let's walk that road together. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I would like to congratulate Inselair Aruba and Inselair Curaçao for this great achievement, because we had, or I had at least, this morning 2 wow factors. One flight from Aruba to Bonaire and another flight from Bonaire to Curaçao with a Fokker 70, and I can tell you it was great. Albert, Frederik, Edward, Jürgen, congratulations on behalf of the top management of KLM, Peter Hartman, Camille Eurlings, and Peter Elbers. Also on behalf of all KLM staff around the world, but especially on the islands. Very much Masha thank you to all Inselair staff that make sure that we have a good connectivity, and both of us are thriving on this, both Inselair and KLM as partners. Thank you for this. All the best and enjoy the blue babies. Thank you.